The way I understand NFV is that you take network elements which used to be physical boxes, you take them and put them into a cloud. And what is the benefit of putting the network elements in the cloud? It means you have a single sort of just this one form of hardware that you have. Everything is running in the same kind of servers, and what that enables is that you can have more efficiency, you can have a better use of the hardware, you can save money in purchasing it, but also it means that you can automate things. Since everything looks the same, you don't have different user interfaces, things like that. That enables automation, and that I think is that. And of course, OpenStack is the cloud. That's what makes it possible to have this system running on a cloud. I have a long history at Nokia and working with, before cloud we had virtualization. So we started this journey by taking the physical networks element, and we had a good reason to virtualize them and running them in the virtual machines. So that was the first step. And when we were doing this, we had to pay a lot of attention to the performance, because the performance had to be at roughly the same level as with the physical deployments. And then the next stage was that we took the virtualized network elements, we put them into a cloud, and we had to do the same thing again, that we had to make sure that the performance is at the same level still. And now if you think about OpenStack, there's a lot of things that have been happening over the years in OpenStack in making the performance as good as it is now, like the CPU pinning, you have the PCI topology awareness, things like that. But there's still a few things that needs to be done and can be done, because now we have, if we want to have like cloud native applications, because especially in the area like virtual switching, that hardware offloading and enabling hardware offloading for the performance reasons. That I think that's what OpenStack needs to deliver in the future to be able. That's a very good question, because I of course like to talk about from the point of view of OPNFV. And one thing that we have done in OPNFV is that we have what we call the cross-domain CI. So what we are now planning to do and already doing is that we take the latest OpenStack releases, OpenStack patches, we run them in the OPNFV test labs. And the benefit is that earlier it was so that we took the released version of OpenStack, we run the test system and there were bugs, and then it took half a year to fix those bugs. Now we can immediately find out that there's something wrong with the patch, if there's some mistake somebody has done in OpenStack code. In OPNFV we can test the OpenStack versions in a much richer environment. We have SDN controllers, we have the monostack, things like that. Absolutely. So what we see already is that OpenStack is part of the core network, which is the sort of the easy part. The core network is going to the cloud. But what is really exciting is that the radio network is also moving to the cloud. So how it works with the radio access in 5G is that you have this physical equipment, the base stations or whatever. And what you want to do with that is you want to run as much of the functionality in the radio access network in the cloud as possible. So you will have these edge clouds. You sort of break up the functionality, you take as much functionality as you can, do that in a software, put it in an edge cloud or a local cloud, which is connected to several cell towers or radio heads. And I think OpenStack is going to be everywhere in the future.